So this chapter, week 8, this is about the group policy objects. Okay? Very important topic. GP. What is GP, group policy? Now let me explain to you. Imagine that you have, in your organization, you have like students. You want to assign for them that students, maybe they cannot, for example, access certain resources. Even academic staff, they can access certain resources. Other staff, supporting staff, they also can access specific resources. Which is easier, to assign these policies individually or to assign it through a group policy, and I link it to an OU? So it's better to create a group policy and then link it, group policy for students, group policy for staff, group policy for admin. And there is also a group policy general for everyone, for domain. You agree with me on this? Yes. So a group policy is a Windows Server 2019 feature that applies restriction at the user and computer level. Okay. GPOs are administrative templates that enable system administrators to configure what users can or cannot do on computers, peripherals, and devices. Okay. The GPOs are stored here in this folder, in the domain. Okay, don't forget that, please. To access the GPM, group policy, you go to the administrative tool menu in the start menu. This is in your local computer, local server. Okay. And then click the start button, and then you can go to group policy management. Okay. You can also access it from the run dialog box, but you need to type the command gpmc.msc. Okay, gpmc.msc. This is the command. All right. To access it from the server manager, you go to tools and choose group policy management. And this is how we will do it in the lab. The GPO configuration values, okay? The value will determine whether the policy is available, okay, or configured, or enabled, or disabled, okay? So each setting has 3 values. Either it is not configured, yani I did not configure that you can access control panel, or you cannot, not configured. Or enabled, if it's enabled, then you cannot access control panel. If it's disabled, you can access control panel. All right. Processing GPOs, this is the order for processing the GPO. First, the local GPOs, then the site GPOs, then the domain GPOs, then the OU's GPOs. Okay. LSDO. If this is easy for you to remember it, LSDO, because they ask about it. Okay. Okay. GPOs are applied in the following 2 ways. Local computer. So these are GPOs that configured on the local computer, or domain computer. This is for the GPOs that are configured on the domain computer, domain controller. Okay. GPOs, there are two types of GPOs, please. GPOs for user accounts, and they are applied when the user log on. Yani if you are already logged on, it will not be applied. When you log out and log in again, it will be applied. And there are GPOs assigned to computer accounts. They are applied when the computer is, mashallah, very good. Okay, in addition to the group policy, which is, okay, to the group policy, there is also the local group policy editor. This is available through Microsoft Management Console MMC. That's on the local, okay, group. We will do the group policy on the domain, okay, on the domain control. Okay. By default, the local group policy editor can be found in the Windows Server 2019. But domain group policy only when you install Active Directory, okay? Updating local GPO, you have to put the command gp update/force to enforce the update, okay? Any questions? So this is the command when we type it. Let me put the command just to show you gp update/force. So I go to command prompt, gp, I don't know whether it will work here or not, /force. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, it's working. Any questions?